What is meditation? First, let me bring this understanding to you. I'm not teaching you anything here. I'm here to help you understand. And through your understanding, you'll be transformed. And meditation will happen. I'm not giving you any belief, dogma, or any other way of the mind. It is all about understanding. But you have to understand that understanding cannot be studied. I cannot teach it to you. You have to search for your own understanding within your own being. I cannot give you that which you already have, but I can point to it. Do you understand? All right. Who you really are. That's the question. Who you are. Who you really are. Do you know? Meditation is the way and the point to that knowing, to that awareness. So meditation is the methodology of the science of awareness. Meditation is a state of simply being. You arrive at your being through understanding. Meditation doesn't need method. It needs intelligence. So meditation is of understanding intelligently the subtle working of the mind. The word understanding can be seen in two different ways. One is the knowledge, intellect, thinking, conclusions. And the other is the way of letting go, being present in the moment now. One is of learning, and another one is unlearning. One is of the mind, and the other one is of no mind. That's where the consciousness is. In ultimate understanding, there's nothing to understand. That's what love is. That is love. I don't know why and how, but I know that I am in love. Can you explain love? No. You can experience love. Can you teach love? You can only be love. Love doesn't listen to the mind, but the heart. The heart doesn't contain the mind, so the heart cannot think. It can only feel. Feel what? Feel the essence, feel the existence in you. Feel life that is bursting and flowing within you. Just be conscious and love will come on its own understanding. You are not necessary and important in that process. You are an obstacle. You are an obstacle, that ego that you claim, me, mine, and I. When you understand, you simply understand. And there's nothing more to it. You are in meditation. When in love, what else can you do? But we go on calling mind conclusions and knowledge understanding. All knowledge is of the mind, through the mind to the mind. But real understanding arises beyond the mind, in no mind, in the heart of love. Again, there's nothing to teach here, nothing to explain, and nothing to say, really. What shall we do then? I'm using my mind, but I'm not being used by my mind. I use the thoughts to explain the unexplainable, but I know pretty well that I don't know. I'm simply ignorant. I use my thoughts the same way as I use my arms and my legs and my ear and my nose. I use my senses and all other available tools, but I know that those things are not mine. How can I be attached to those things? I'm not using the whole. I'm being used by the whole. Totally different equations here. I am not, only wholeness is. Do you understand? All right. Who is the master here? Me, my thoughts that I am, or the whole? When I become the master, your wholeness is lost. You are not anymore. That's called negative darkness. Remove your I, and what is left? Nothing. Nothingness is the wholeness. There's nothing positive and negative in it. It's just a whole. It's completion of duality. It's non-dual oneness. That's the right understanding. Do you understand? If you do, you are in meditation. If you want to be in meditation, don't ask how to, why, and what I have to do. Ask instead, what is? What is the meditation? What is the truth? What is life? What is existence? What is stopping me to be in meditation? What is preventing me to be who I am, as I am? This question indicates the right approach, what, and the right understanding. Someone asked one Zen master, what is meditation? He said, when I'm hungry, and when I feel sleepy, I fall asleep. One of the fundamental questions in Zen is, what is Buddha? The question is not who is Buddha, or how to be like Buddha, or where is that fucking Buddha? It is simple question of what. What is an inquiry and the journey. What is Dharma? What is Dharma? What is consciousness? The whole spiritual journey is about inquiring the truth. And the truth becomes an answer. Buddha is meditation, and meditation is Buddha. Do you understand? You are the beginning and you are the end. There's nothing else in entire existence, just you, beyond duality. Are you aware? What is meditation again? It is awareness, period. Awareness is who you are, your innocent, your original nature. Awareness is you right now. Are you alive? Are you aware? Awareness is your freedom, your divine right. But people are sleeping. People are not conscious. People are not free. People walk around like zombies. Even if I chop their head, they will not even notice that. That's how deep sleep is possessing those people. People are attached to the mind and being possessed by their ego. People have no proper understanding. That's why you see cruelty and injustice in this world, because unconsciousness is prevailing. It's contagious. What is the mind? Mind is faculty of dreaming. It is the dead part in you. Your past, your memory, your thoughts, your beliefs, your assumptions, your accumulated knowledge and experiences, either yours or borrowed from someone else, books and scriptures and TVs. Everything that you experience through the mind becomes dead. Dream for your life and you will miss life. Wait for health and you will miss being healthy. Hope for peace and you will enter hopelessness. You will miss yourself. You will be at war. Understand the mind mechanism. That's the way. That's the meditative approach. It's not meditation. It is meditative way, meditative technique. Understand the mind mechanism. It is the apparatus to create, to communicate, and to designate. But that machine is not you. This very understanding will dissolve the mind. Actually not. It will dissolve the attachment to the mind, and the mind will dissolve itself. When mind is not, you are. Are you listening to what I'm pointing at? All right. Do you understand? Good. This very moment now, there is an experience. You can feel it. It's a live process of simply being present, being open, receptive, and innocent. Are you listening? Are you listening to your thoughts, or to my thoughts, or listening what my consciousness is pointing at? Do you understand? In order to understand, you have to be conscious first. Someone asked me recently, how to create consciousness? You cannot find or create consciousness. You cannot do consciousness. You can only be conscious. That's it. How to be conscious? There's no how. There's no why or when. There is only now. What is now? Now is consciousness. Be conscious now, and everything simply is. Ask the question what, and answer becomes now. You cannot be in meditation through the mind. You can only be in meditation by putting your mind aside, by being neutral to it, by being detached from the thoughts of I, me, and mine, by being aware that you are not the mind. Your identification with the thoughts I am disappears in that moment, indicating the total collapse of the mind. The collapse of the mind is what meditation is. But you can't do anything to the mind. You can only witness the mind. You can only observe the mind and be neutral, absolutely neutral, not going with the mind, not going with its thoughts, not going into the past or future, just being present in witnessing state of consciousness and doing nothing. In that practice, the mind will not have a source of energy because your attachment, your identification is providing that energy. And the mind is simply gonna drop. Meditation will appear. Meditation techniques, that's something that we have to understand here really deeply. Meditation techniques are not meditation, but they are the way to ignite the witness of the mind, a watcher, observer, a thoughtless observer of all mind activities, thoughts, dreams, desires, wishes, this or that. Meditation methods are not meditation. Remember, they are the way for consciousness to remember itself and attain meditative state, the state of empty mind, a no mind. This is the criteria. If there is about, there is no meditation. Meditating about. What I'm meditating about. What I'm meditating on. There is no meditation there. There is a thinking, and thinking is pretend that you are in the meditation. That's the ego. You might be a person of fine qualities, thinking positive thoughts, thinking high moral thoughts with proper conduct and high moral and ethical principles and ideals. You might be the promoter of the human rights and the person with a noble aspiration. You may think about God, talk the words of God with all its glory and magnificent beauty. But even then, it is all about, talking about, describing about, thinking. The mind is using you and you are not aware of it. Let's listen, please. When I say meditate, what kind of ideas come in your mind? Your thinking is on what? Meditating on what? That's thinking. Meditation is not object related. On the contrary, it is objectless. Emptiness, empty of all content. It is contentless, thoughtless, objectless awareness. Do you understand? Good. Meditation is a delight in your own being, a deep listening to the silence within. That silence within we call Om. It's a soundless sound. You come to the primordial vibration, the vibration of the entire universe, pulsating and giving birth to itself right here and now. But we cannot hear it because of the noisy mind. Drop the mind, dive deep into your interior, be silent witness, and the Om will happen. You're gonna vibrate. That's the one drop of the water becoming the whole ocean, melting with the whole ocean. It is the art of being joyful with who you are. Meditation is the source from which love, divine love, ultimate, unconditional love springs up within you and starts overflowing with compassion. So understand that compassion is the highest form of love, but it cannot happen if consciousness is not involved in it. So conscious and love together are giving birth to compassion. It is natural, spontaneous flow of this moment of now. It is the ultimate acceptance of every happening in it. So meditation is the act of awareness and the simple act of emptiness. And that simple act of emptiness is your being present right now, doing nothing while everything being accomplished. Lao Tzu said, Those who know don't talk. Those who talk don't know. Really, there's absolutely no reason to talk about meditation here. Do you agree with me? But still we are talking. We are having fun, aren't we? That's the whole point. Joyful experience in order to meet the experiencer. Meditation is the way of life. That's what it is. It's a just joyful way of life. A totally relaxed state of consciousness where you are doing nothing, just being present in now, right now. The very moment doing enters, then the doer starts controlling. And the doer is the mind, ego mind. You become tense and anxious, and you are not present anymore. You are dreaming and being locked in your thoughts, being lost in your thoughts. You are doing things. Doing is your thinking, and thinking is your doing. It's like a coin with two sides. The mind is ignorant, ignoring the happening right now, ignoring real you, ignoring what right now. So be aware, be attentively aware. So when someone refuses to take note of you, to acknowledge you, to accept you, to see you, when someone disregards you intentionally or unintentionally, you are consequently submitting your energy to that person, to that energy. You're giving your consciousness to that process. You're submitting your consciousness to the mind and its thinking. Now you're locked there. The only one who has known how to remove his own ignorance in his life can help others to clear their own ignorance. He can ignite the consciousness in them. But the one who is ignorant and who remains ignorant is bound to spread ignorance on other, we call them politicians. I will go further and call them motivational speakers, motivating you to be in sleep and to dream the dreams of the future that will never ever happen. The only way to remove your ignorance is to accept the fact that whatever exists is unknown and I'm ignorant. Can you accept that fact? Can you really deeply accept it? By accepting your ignorance, you are accepting unknown. And if you accept unknown, you are not in fear anymore. You are fearless. All the fear are the fear of unknown. If we don't know what's going to happen, if we don't know who we are, we don't know where we're going, we don't know what we are doing, so its entire existence is unknown, and we pretend that we know because we went to school and had a degree in science, and we know all of it by just plastic flower, nothing real, nothing substantial. So remember, you cannot know your consciousness. You can only be conscious. The unknown is unknown, and there is nothing you can do about it. The only thing you can do, if we can somehow call it doing, is to surrender to that you know to unknown. Surrender what you know, surrender your knowledge, surrender your possessions, surrender your possessiveness to that unknown. And that's where the divine is, divine grace and divine compassion. It's unknown, love is unknown, truth is unknown. Now, what can be attained or obtained and secured by thinking about the unknown? Exactly, nothing. You cannot carry the thoughts beyond the limits of the known. The unknown cannot be known through thinking. Meditation is that unknown. Now you understand. Try this approach. Shift your attention from the mind to your heart. Just your attention. Instead of thinking your thoughts and looking at your thoughts, observing your thoughts, go down to your heart. Look at your heart. You will notice feelings. Feel more and think less. And see how that goes. Your being should become your focus, not your mind. Your mind is a tool, a way, organic mechanism, a machine. Use it appropriately. Use it when you need it. But when you don't need your mind, put it aside. Go to your heart. There's nothing wrong with the mind, apart from our attachment to this artificial, social, indoctrinated creation. We use our mind when we need it. When we don't, we put it aside. It's the same way as you use your pen to write a letter. You don't identify with pen. You don't say, I'm pen from now on. It helped me to write a letter. I'm so grateful forever. No, when you finish writing, you don't think about it. The pen is now useless and you put it aside. You put it where you found it. The same way as you drive your car. You don't carry your car on your shoulder. You are not your mind. You are beyond. I might invite you not to do the meditation, but to be the meditation. Totally different equations here. To do or to be. Not to do the meditation, but to be the meditation. That's where the meditation techniques are doing that can take us to being, and that's to be the meditation. And meditation is a state of being, ultimately peaceful, tranquil, present state of being. Do not get stuck to your doing. Do what you have to do. And when you stop doing, then just be. Relax, do nothing. Doing meditation should be left to itself. When being is an awareness, doing meditation follows on its own. Now, what is awareness? Awareness is your natural state of being. Someone said to me, but what about consciousness? Yeah, consciousness is as well a state of being, but not completed. Because somewhere else, unconsciousness is hiding. So that's duality. So you are unaware, even you might claim I'm aware. You might be conscious, but what about your unconsciousness? When consciousness and unconsciousness reunite again, the mind disappears. Or when the mind drops itself, a reunion will happen spontaneously. In that witnessing state of present moment, awareness becomes alive. Now it becomes one. No more fragmentation, no more splitting, just being. Where is that being? Where? Right now. Can you see it? You can't see being, you can see your body, but your body is part of your being, but it's not. It's a vehicle, temporary vehicle, part of it, adaptation. How can I practice being or awareness? You cannot practice awareness. You can only be conscious. And only through your consciousness of your unconsciousness, witnessing the mind and all that mind possesses there, that mind is your unconsciousness, you come to your awareness. Do you understand? All right, let's move further. Thank you.